Greetings traders, it's Mohan here from Boomerang Day Trader. Today I'm going to show you the reaction to the crude oil market on Boomerang Day Trader during the mid-September period. That's this month here. Very active trading on Boomerang all the time with crude oil and extremely accurate, as I'll show you in a second. First of all, be sure you understand that risk disclosure. Futures trading is high risk and only should be used by traders who have a lot of extra money and can be willing to accept the risks, and understand that it should only be traded with extra capital that you don't need for your normal expenses. The method for trading with Boomerang Day Trader, this is the Boomerang Day Trader chart, by the way, and it consists, we use a 450 tick chart on crude oil, and that may surprise you, but you'll see how accurate it is, and then you'll become a believer like I did long ago when I developed Boomerang and tested all the different time frames. 450 ticks, absolutely the best for trading crude oil using Boomerang Day Trader. Maybe not with some other method or something that you have, but with Boomerang Day Trader, just watch the results. Now this is a West Coast chart, so you're going to see the crude oil start trading around 6 o'clock on the West Coast here. Now, first of all, with Boomerang Day Trader, you not only have a 450 tick chart, but you see these arrows here that marks a downside is a sell channel, and you can see the shaded area here representing the sell channel, and the arrow going here and forming a new buy channel or a bullish channel on the upside. You see how that works? Then the shaded areas, and then it switches back and forth between the two. Sometimes there's choppy periods and everything, but we have very, very simple rules for trading with Boomerang, and I'll show you those here as we go along. What we also have are these two bands here, this thicker solid one known as dynamic trend band number 1, and this dashed dotted one known as dynamic trend band number 2, and this thinner dotted one up here known as the Cobra. Running through that is the trade signal line, and these yellow or blue dots in the case of buy signals, which are set up in accordance with the correct formation of the dynamic trend bands. Now, it's very important that you heard what I just said if you're going to watch this video and understand this. By the way, this is a very short video. I'm not going to show you all the 8 sessions here in the video, but I'm going to show you a lot of the trades that's set up, and you can just understand the rest of them by coming to one of our webinars, attending one of our webinars where we go in detail over all the trade setups. First of all, you get a sell arrow opening up a new sell channel. If the dynamic trend bands are matching color like here, you trade the first pullback to the signal line, which is right here at 44.30, as you can see on the far right. See where I'm wiggling it there? 44.30, and 44.30 comes right down to 44.23, bounces a little, and then shoots down here to 44.15. Now we're looking on the Boomerang system to just scalp 10 ticks on each trade and work a 13 tick stop. Now, I want to tell you this, and it might shock you a little bit, but for those who know Boomerang, who've been around a while, they won't be surprised to hear that Boomerang Day Trader on crude oil gets anywhere usually from 95 to what I'm going to show you now, in this case 100% winning trades over this 8 period. There wasn't one single trade that got stopped out, as you can see here. That's the first one here on this particular day. Now, this happens to be 9/1. This is September 1st here. Now, you have to understand the rules. If you don't, we trade by a very rule-based system. It's very simple to learn the rules. We don't just wing it and trade because you see certain colors or whatever. You got to know the rules. So the first rule is, it's very simple. We either have a crossover of the dynamic trend bands or they're matching color in order to take a trade. You can see there's no crossover color match here, so these are not buy signals. There's a counter move here, and they're not matching, and they've crossed over on the upside, so there's no sell signal. Now, here's a buy channel with the dynamic trend bands having crossed over. If they've crossed over, the only requirement is that dynamic trend band number 1 must be the blue or bullish color, and that if they have not crossed over, then they just have to match colors. That's the only rule, other than one short rule I'll show you a little bit later, which is called on the wide or fat channels. So here's a new channel opening up. You always wait until the arrow comes in and closes for the new channel opening up. They've crossed over, so you trade the first pullback to the signal line here at 44.02. They pull back a little bit against you, and up they go to 44.11, pull back a little bit and then shoot way up, giving you your 10 ticks there. Same thing here, matching dynamic trend bands on a downside sell channel opening, pull back the sig line, 10 ticks there. You see how that works? Pretty simple, isn't it? Now over here you have a sell channel, but as soon as there's a pullback, the sig line, you got a blue line, so you have a conflict here. So there's no sell and there's no buy. Here's a sell channel opening up. The market starts moving lower. Now you have both dynamic trend bands matching color right there. Let me open this up a little. You have both dynamic trend bands opened up here, so a pullback to the sig line on this one or this one, and down they go for 10 ticks. Same thing here. You have a crossover. You have a blue or bullish colored dynamic trend band number 1, so that qualifies for the next pullback to the sig line to be a trade signal, which occurs right here at 43.60. They pull back against you a few ticks, and up they go. Now, crude oil trades at $10 per tick. So 10 ticks is going to be a $100 bill in your pocket for every trade that wins, and a $130 loss for every trade that gets stopped out. Now again, during this period, I'm going to show you real quickly here, there were no stop outs following the rules. No stop outs at all, 100% winners. I have other videos up which I'd like to show you right now. We had an audit on this 2-week period here, which is shown on our blog at boomerangtrader.com. And you just go to the resource section and you look under here, successful crude oil trading, 97% winning trades during this audit period I did here. And we have others on that also, and also on the mini NASDAQ on the US stock indexes. Extremely accurate, and Boomerang comes with a 90% winning trade signal guarantee. It's the only software in the history of the stock market that has ever made such a guarantee like that. So here's another winning trade signal here. Here's another one right here. See how they haven't crossed over, but right here they're matching colors. So you can go short here at 43.53, which comes right down to 43.43. 44, if you didn't nip off 10 points, you just waited, and then they finally came down and handed you the 10 ticks. They gave you 10 ticks. Same thing here. No crossover yet, but right when you get here, you can buy them as long as they're crossing over right here, which they do right here. 48 shoots up to 56, and then it pulls back. It's a little bit whipsaw going, then it shoots up to 56. And what we like to say is I'm taking profits of 8 to 10 ticks. I use that because 10 ticks is normally what you're going to get, but when you get in the middle of the battlefield here, sometimes you might want to just grab 8 ticks. Maybe you got a little slippage on your entry or whatever. Just working those 8 to 10 tick moves will put a lot of money in your pocket here. Same thing here, sell channel, and it doesn't get to right here. Now you have matching dynamic trend bands here. You see that? 42 runs up to 47, and then down they come for 10 ticks. Nothing until you get over here. Same thing. Nothing happens until you get either the crossover or the matching color. So here's where they're crossing over. So this pullback right here is your entry at 43.19, and they roll up to 43.29 right here. If you had to wait a little longer, if you for 10 ticks, but you would have caught, in most cases, you would have caught the 10 ticks exactly right here at 19 to 29. And again, they shot up higher later in the session there. So again, going through the whole session, I can show you many examples of trades with Boomerang that provide winning trades like this. Here's another one here. Here's another one here. And again, come to our bi-weekly training sessions and you'll see them happening all the time. It works on Globex during after hours and during the regular hours, although we recommend you trade during the regular hours because that's where the most action is. Here's a winning trade with the dynamic trend bands matching. But you've seen, I just showed you some winning trades even on the Globex sessions here. But again, by following the rules and catching the winning trades, what we found that over this mid-period of mid-September here, there was 58 winners, 0 losses. That's $5,800 during that 8-session period. The commission on 58 trades would be $261 approximately. So you netted over $5,500 before commission or after commission, and that's only on one contract. If you're trading 4 contracts, you would have had over $20,000 during that 8-day period. And a lot of our traders are doing larger size. They get real used to trading with Boomerang. They see how accurate it is, and the confidence just soars. So you start getting really confident. You can put on larger size in the contracts, and it's really excellent. So please feel free to attend one of our Boomerang training sessions. You can sign up here on the blog, and we'll alert you when one's coming up. And then you can just join us on our go to webinar session there, and we'll go over all the details of all the trades, answer any questions you have, whatever it is that you need. So I want to thank you for joining us on this short video, and have a nice rest of the afternoon.